Welcome to Healthy Living. So November is Lung Cancer Awareness Month, and at St. Tammany Health System, it is St. Tammany United in Lung Health, the Power of Pearl. So we have two very important guests with us today to talk about our Awareness Month and our campaign around that Awareness Month, and some of the resources and education that we have for you that should you need them when it comes to lung cancer awareness and lung health. But my first guest today is a city councilman from the City of Covington, Mr. Mark Verret. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So why don't you tell our viewers a little bit about you, Mark
All right.
Verret, City
Well,
Councilman.
I'm on the Covington City Council. I've been elected twice as district councilman. I'm now councilman at large and serve as council president. And it's kind of unique to be here today because also I'm a lawyer who represents healthcare providers, hospitals, doctors, nurses, long-term care facilities. So this is in my wheelhouse.
That's great. So you're familiar with a lot of the things we're going to talk about today and the things that come up in healthcare. But you know, we invited the City of Covington here. We're very grateful that you guys are going to be our host city for our second annual Power of Pearl Lung Cancer Walk. So last year we started this campaign, St. Tammany United in Lung Health, the Power of Pearl, and we had our inaugural walk, and it was a phenomenal success. And we were like, okay, we want to partner with an invested, committed community to hold this walk, and you guys were like, absolutely. So we want to thank you for doing that. Can you tell me why the City of Covington is committed to doing this?
Well, number one, let me just point out is what you said. The first one was a grand success. Now we're in our second one. This, as much as people want to be polarized in politics and government, this is, I think, is a perfect example of how we can all come together on an important issue. You have a corporate sponsor in Chevron, you have the St. Tammany Health System, and you have the City of Covington, and we're just pleased to have you here. Awareness, as you know, is a big deal, and this helps.
Yeah, this does help. And I think that it is important to talk about that awareness and the things that are going to happen there, because while it will be a nice, fun community event that brings people together, we are all going to be able to talk about, you know, some people will be walking for a loved one who is no longer with us. Some people will be on their own lung cancer journey. We saw a lot of folks like that last year. And some people will be walking for someone who's currently in their journey with lung cancer. But around all of that, we're going to have resources, education, lung cancer screening assessments. So how important is that to not only your community, but anyone who might come and join us?
Fortunately for this event, everyone has been affected by cancer, so it is important. Unfortunately, everyone has been affected by cancer.
Right.
And we know that early detection is a major key to success. So I think this is not only for detection, screening, it's also about sharing the stories, right? So that everyone has been through a journey and they can share those journeys, because frankly, no one should have to go through this alone. And if we can get ahead of the game, then we're so far better off. And I have to be honest, we're thrilled to have you, because what better place to have it than the City of Covington trailhead on a beautiful Saturday afternoon. And as you said, it's also going to be fun.
It will.
Right? I mean, take advantage, and I ask everyone to come, take advantage of the resources of St. Tammany Health System, but also have a good time in doing it. We're going to have a live band, Tyler Kinchin and the Right Pieces. I'm not supposed to say this, but I will, but also Abita is participating, and the first 200 people get a free beer.
Okay, you said it, I didn't.
You know, but at the end of the day, I'm trying to elaborate, this is going to be a fun event. You know, a lot of people get scared when they hear health, they hear lung cancer.
Right.
They may not want to come out, but early detection, use the resources, the screening, the stories. Let's make it a day of celebration.
Yes, and you said two things that really resonated with me when you said no one goes through the journey alone. So when we talk about the Power of Pearl, our little tagline is no grit, no pearl. And we use that because nodules in the lung often resemble little white pearls, right? And so the lung cancer ribbon is also white. We call, we have the other tagline, Power of Pearl, St. Tammany United Lung Health, the Power of Pearl. And we deepen that meaning by telling people that we want to kind of erase the stigma of lung cancer and let everyone know that your community is behind you and no one walks this cancer journey alone. So I'm glad that you brought that up. And then you also were talking about the stories. So I think that it will be an inspirational day.
I do too. And I think St. Tammany Health System does a fabulous job of bringing, I keep saying resources, right? But you're going to be able to learn so much from risk factors to screening, to early detection, what those percentages are when you get ahead of the curve. So that's, why is it important? It's important because it affects all of us. And it's a strain on the health system from that standpoint. It's a strain on families. But I think if people come and learn, then that stigma goes away, right? And I think the inspirational stories, this should be a good day, and it will be a good day.
Yes.
And I encourage everyone to come out.
Yes. And one of the other things that you touched on just now, with your letting your family members, kind of educating yourself. And Megan, who will be our next guest, she often talks about the fact that, the holidays are coming up. It's Thanksgiving. Chances are you know someone in your family who has risk factors, whether they were a smoker or they were exposed to asbestos or they have a family history. So it's your opportunity, right, to gather that knowledge and then share that at the family table in a loving and non-judgmental way. Right.
I think they have done a fabulous job throughout the country of educating the public on detection, but there is a very strong part of the population that is unwilling to do the early detection. And so events like this really are important.
Yes.
Because those that are going to come out are going to come out, but it also reaches out across the boards for everyone to come and learn, and maybe learn some things you weren't aware of.
That's right.
And also, like I said, I think the inspirational stories are very important, and doing it in a nice setting,
right,
downtown Covington. Come spend the day.
Yeah.
It's 10 to 2,
right,
but there's plenty of great places to eat and shop and have a good day.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put my glasses on so I can read a little statistic here. So statistics show that lung cancer accounts for 26% of cancer deaths among men and about 25% of cancer deaths among women. So I know you've kind of said this already, but I want you to just, in a nutshell, give our viewers what you would say to them about, even if they don't come to the event, about what they can do to learn and educate themselves about their risk or a family member's risk and early detection, and how important that is.
It is, if you look on any stretch of the imagination, in dealing with cancer, regardless of the cancer, the earlier it's detected, the earlier you have a chance of success. And it is not nearly as daunting as, because cancer is daunting, right? So nobody wants to use the word. But I do think now that it has touched so many families, in fact, I would argue every single family has been affected by cancer in some way.
Right.
So the importance is to come out in a non-judgmental, right? Well, I don't know what to do. St. Tammany Health System has the resources, and this is free.
Right.
That's another point that everybody wants to come. How much is this going to cost?
Not a dime.
It's not going to cost anything. And what is more important than your health? So it is really priceless, and it's free.
Well, we want to tell people when it is, because you said the time. It's Saturday, November 16th. It's from, let me make sure I have the right time, 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. Like Council President Verret said, we're going to have live music. We're going to have snowballs. There'll be snowballs. You can learn about the resources that we have, and you can meet some fantastic people who are going through their journey, some people who have survived their journey, and things like that. So we want everyone to come out. Is there anything else you would like to add before we wrap up?
No, I'd just like to thank our corporate sponsor, Chevron. I would like to thank St. Tammany Health System, and I would like to also say that we want to continue in the City of Covington to be a participant and do more, because the more we do, the better off we all are.
Well, we certainly appreciate you being with us today.
Thanks for having me.
And we thank you for that. So we'll be right back with Healthy Living, and we're going to meet Megan Broussard from St. Tammany Health System. She is our lung cancer screening coordinator, and she's the brainchild behind this Awareness Month. So we'll be right back.